part of what's driving the gold price is just the general acknowledgement of the debasement trade. But there's also a fundamental fact that you correctly brought up, which is that the world is also moving away from the US dollar.
Yeah.
It's not investors who are saying, hey, this thing's going to debase. It's also countries saying, I don't want to hold your treasury bonds anymore. We'll accept payment in, Chinese yuan and swap it into gold. We'll accept payment in rubles. We'll accept payment in rupees. I mean, when the U.S. weaponized the dollar, when the Ukraine war began, that sent a chill through the entire world. It led to the creation of the stablecoin market. I mean, stablecoin market exists basically because the Russians got shut out of the SWIFT system. And they needed to have a way to pay for things, and they couldn't do it through SWIFT. So, stablecoins were a perfect solution. The geopolitical trend toward the BRICS and others saying, hey guys, we don't trust you anymore.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what's going on right now. All these other countries are kind of saying, well, yeah, okay, maybe we'll use dollars to transact, but we're not going to save in dollars anymore. Like the Saudis used to recycle the dollar into treasury bills or treasury bonds. They don't do that anymore because they don't trust us. They don't trust us to be fiscally responsible. And we're not being fiscally responsible. And here we are now in late empire stages where we wasted all this money in the wars in the Middle East, and we're printing to cover it up. It's a very serious problem. And the world has woken up to it.
Yeah.
Brazil has woken up to it. Russia, China, India, they've all woken up to it. And so, we're seeing the dollar decline. It's still a transaction medium. It still is the world's reserve currency, but not as much as it used to be.
Yeah.
I mean, it used to be, 95% of all FX transactions. It's down to 60.
Wow.
And sliding quickly. And the treasury bill the bonds used to be, the base layer of collateral for the entire world. Everyone trusted them. And that's not true anymore.
Yeah.
Foreign holdings of treasuries have continually and seriously declined. And we're at the stage now where, just as most emerging countries that have a problem like this do, we can't even sell enough of the long-term bonds anymore. I mean, and we're financing everything short-term. And that's a pattern that you see. What the U.S. is doing, we've seen this in history before. We've seen it. Small countries, this happened to a lot. It happened to Venezuela, it happened to Zimbabwe, it happened in Argentina, it's happening in Turkey, a lot of places, Egypt, that have had high levels of inflation. And they all exhibit the same pattern. They spend too much, they run a deficit, they print the money to cover the deficit.
Cut off some zeros.
They cut off some zeros, right. They can't sell their long-term bonds. All the paper is short-term because nobody wants the duration risk. Same thing. It's just that in our case, it's taken a little longer to play itself out because we were the biggest, baddest world reserve currency. But even that doesn't last forever if you misbehave. And we have been misbehaving is the bottom line.
Yeah.